Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kimmy Chonga. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Kat Graham, who played Bonnie Bennett on The Vampire Diaries. Stay tuned. First things first, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my new content. Okay, let's get into it. So, Kat Graham, I'm sure you have seen her or are aware of her. She is a gorgeous, talented, classy actress, biracial, and she deserves all the flowers for her career thus far and for the racist BS she endured on and offset of The Vampire Diaries for about 9 years. Now, I personally didn't watch The Vampire Diaries, but I was very aware of Kat's character, Bonnie Bennett, and her storyline, or lack thereof, and of the disrespectful treatment Kat received during interviews, press junkets, and comic conventions, like 2015's San Diego Comic-Con, where they announced main cast member Kat Graham last after producers and shit. But they seated her on the far left, if you're looking at the stage, of the far left of the stage. So after they announced her name, she had to walk all the way down the stage to get to her seat. And you could even see some of her raggedy cast members trying to like sit down before she'd even gotten to her seat. So it was just like this awkward moment. And then, as you can see, she wasn't even visible on the stage. The only Black person in that show, on that stage, in that panel was blocked by a podium. Literal erasure. The camera had to pan up to the main convention hall screen to even be able to get a shot of Kat while she was speaking and being asked questions. But as you can see, at certain points when the camera does pan over, you can see that there were seats to the far right that if they had allowed everyone to just scoot down one seat, logistically, everyone on the panel could have been in the shot. I legit come to tears watching glimpses inside of Kat Graham's experience, not to mention being triggered by my own personal experiences of being bullied, disregarded, invalidated, and gaslit. I also know what it's like to be the only Black woman in a large group of white people, and let me tell you, I am never 100% comfortable. Last summer, Julie Plec, the co-developer and executive producer of The Vampire Diaries, had the caucasity to tweet a charge to Black women to save the world because white women are always fucking things up. She said that last part, not me. I tell you, this chick loves herself a magical Negro trope. Just look at Kat's character of Bonnie Bennett for 8 seasons. She was this supremely powerful witch whose storyline mostly consisted of her dying for her white characters and not even being able to truly use her power, being erased in the show because she was like a ghost or something. Like, it was despicable. Julie Plec did get snatched all the way up by brilliant minds of Black women on Twitter. Plec does seem to be attached at the hip to the Vampire Diaries universe and all of its spin-offs, along with a lot of the original cast members, and also just attached to the CW as a whole. Like a lot of these other new shows coming out on the CW, you'll see a lot of these past Vampire Diary actors and actresses, which, if we're being honest, lived out most of its glory days with Smallville, Supernatural, and the full Arrowverse. So, good luck to you now. But I'm pretty petty And I'm rooting for everybody Black. So it makes me exponentially happy to see that Kat's career continues to flourish. She has been featured in People Magazine's 2021 Beautiful issue. And I spent most of the holiday season watching her holiday movies on Netflix. And she was featured in Vogue's like skincare and hair care routines. Like different actresses are taking part in that, especially during quarantine. And it was just so beautiful to see her particular routine, because she was finally being able to embrace her natural hair, which over the course of about 8 to 9 years on the set of the Vampire Diaries, they had her wearing some jacked up wigs and weaves, and it messed up like her own natural hair up under that stuff. So she was finally being able to embrace her own natural hair, get to know it, treat it. And even when she asked, imagine being told that you can't like bring your own self to work because they're gonna paste you down with wigs and just things that make you look other or similar to your white castmates. I just wish the best for her. And I also encourage you, before you gaslight a Black woman about being angry, realize that that emotion is valid as fuck. And you don't know what she's been through or what she's experienced. And it's hard enough to attain the roles that we deserve or that we are, perfect for. But then having to decide whether to expose the abuse that you experienced or the racism that you experienced for fear that it could further set you back in your career or make you look like the bad guy, because most people don't want to hear that reality. Like, that's a whole nother level of trauma. And I know that Kat is dealing with that and is finally in a place of peace and healing. And I hope that for so many other Black women out there. I hope that for myself. And I just think that she's a great example to watch, to see like how her career and trajectory is still evolving despite this treatment and, this erasure that they attempted to do to her. I will definitely be keeping an eye out for more Kat Graham projects, and I hope you do the same. Take care. Peace.